Hey, we're out here in the city of Placentia, and we are at a local hotspot. Now, the funny thing is we did a review here years ago during COVID. It looked completely different than it does today. I'm so excited to share some amazing food that Kelly's Corner is serving up, and you just don't expect that from a local tavern. So let's go inside, take a look, have some food, have some drinks, and on the real estate side, we're gonna talk about some of the best tips for making an offer on your next home. Let's go. The FDR Show is all about showing you amazing food, delicious drinks, and giving you the best real estate advice to get what you want with your home. As a busy realtor with over 20 years of experience, I'm out and about experiencing food and helping families with their homes. Join me as we cruise around visiting the best spots and talk and shop. Come for the food and drinks and stay for the real estate. Welcome to the FDR Show. Are you ready for greatness? We've got 2 plates of absolute deliciousness. Aesthetically, just gorgeous. Look at these nachos. Oh, the double meat. You got the chicken, the carne asada. I mean, those look very beautiful. And then the pork chop. Are you kidding me? You don't expect to go to a local tavern and have them dress you up a dish like this. So what's nice about this is it's on special, and they're starting to do their menu a little differently. Either way, we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna start with the nachos. Actually, I wanna get a fork. Here we go. So, one thing I love about a good nachos is when they put cheese and meat. And look at this. Oh, you gotta like that. Oh man, these nachos with the spices, the multiple cheeses, these things got some giddy up, baby. You definitely wanna order these when you come here. What's cool about the nachos is if you come with multiple people, this is definitely a sharing entree. Me and my wife can throw down a plate of nachos any day of the week. I'm gonna try the chicken side because the steak was fire. Wow, this right here. Like I said, this has some giddy up, man. The spice from it, the seasoning, the chicken, everything is fresh. I just absolutely love fresh food. There's nothing worse when you go to a restaurant or bistro, even just a small little foodie spot, and the food is not fresh. I love hot food. Awesome job there. Now, for the chop. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting that many veggies, but good flavor, tasty, nice and juicy, not dried out. That's the thing right there that I love about veggies, if I have to eat veggies. But this chop, woohoo, got the sauce, mushrooms, pickled onions. Stop it. This pork chop's not supposed to be this good. Oh my. That is so delicious. First off, let's just talk size, okay? Because size does matter when it comes to a pork chop. This sucker is at least a good 1.5 inches thick. And when you got a big chop like that, you gotta go with the thin slices, at least I do. Put some onions, so we got parsley. That is so good. So case closed, guys. Beautiful pork chop, amazing nachos. The aroma is perfect. You just don't anticipate eating food like this. Let's try the drinks. Now, when it comes to beers, Kelly's has over 31 taps to choose from. The selection is amazing. Of course, they have your classics, they have craft beers, they have IPAs, they have the seltzer stuff, and I went with the Brewery X soda cactus cooler, but it's called the succulent cipher. That's what it's called, okay. That is so crazy that tastes like cactus cooler with some fizz and a little bit of alcohol. That's nice. If you're a seltzer guy, definitely try that succulent cipher because it just brings it all together. If you like, they have the huckleberry, which is that kind of velvety color one. The huckleberry drink is good too. I am tripping out that tastes exactly like cactus cooler. Okay, back to square one. Now let's get their IPA. This is called the Everywhere Balance. Whew. Cheers. That's good. Nice long day. You're gonna wanna get this. Especially if you like something a little bit more with a kick, that's gonna be the one there. Here's the cool thing. The owner's actually here. As you know, when we do this food show, we show up randomly and ask for an order, come out, and then do our thing. Because we want to be honest. Last thing we want is someone here influencing what they think we should be saying. But the owner is here. I'm going to see if I can go get him, have him come out, conversate with us a little bit, tell us about the food, obviously the beers we're going to try, but let me see if I can get him. All right, guys, good news. The owner operator is going to come and have a little chat with us. Can't wait for you guys to meet him. Here's the deal about Kelly's. They were founded 30 years ago, and then the owner actually came through. Oh, this is him right here, Mr. Jim Rafferty.
How you doing, Frank?
Good. Good to meet you. Come on, sit down.
Take a seat.
Absolutely. We're gonna get you all mic'd up.
Okay. Just down?
Perfect. So as I was saying, 30 years ago, this place got its start. 16 years ago, Jim took over, took it to a whole nother level. Added in the great food, you know, the beers, the TVs, everybody expects that from a tavern. But when you get to this next level of culinary, that's what we're gonna hear from Jim about right now. So I'm excited for you guys to have a little sit down, a little combo. So, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Not most owners are cool to do that, but I hear a lot in our community great things about you. First off, tell us about Kelly's Corner in terms of like, why Kelly's Corner? Why'd you start this 16 years ago? What was the passion behind that?
I was working at Lamppost on the weekends while going to college and working for Dominic and Andy. And then heard this place was available.
Okay.
And fell through escrow and hit them up about it, and like 3 months later we were in the door.
Nice.
It was just overnight like that.
That's awesome. So for you, was it getting in the bar business, the food industry? Like what was it?
I think it was just the hospitality aspect. We thought we could take a place that at the time didn't have the best reputation.
Sure.
Come in, focus on the food and the service.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to do that now for 16 years.
Look, you guys have been doing that. I don't know if you know this, but when you look on Yelp, they've got an amazing amount of reviews. One in particular that I really enjoyed was this is from Tracy D. She's an elite Yelper. Once you're getting a Yelp review from an elite Yelper, that's big time status here. But she says specifically, I ordered a Pilsner, it was delicious. The chicken nachos are yummy, and I like how the tortilla chips are crispy. That's hard to do. Now, it might sound like just a regular Yelp review, but you gotta understand, this is a bar, it's a tavern. But people are reviewing you over your food.
Yeah, we have a very talented chef.
You do.
Chris has been with us for about a decade. He does a great job, leads a great team. A lot of fresh ingredients. I mean, mostly everything's fresh except for the French fries, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
We make our own beans, our own salsas, make our own marinades for the meats. Yeah, we're pretty much doing everything in house.
That's awesome, man. So tell me about the pork chop, because I wasn't expecting to get that at.
So the pork chop before COVID, we kind of got into a groove of Christian using his talents and getting super creative and bringing stuff out for the weekends or just for a night or whatever. And now that COVID's kind of gone and we're kind of getting back into the groove of being normal again, we're back to doing that. He's offering a steak or chicken plate with the option of veggies or fries.
That's so cool.
And then he's extending on it on the weekends, doing things like mahi mahi. He'll do his twist on salmon. He'll do like a Korean salmon. Currently tonight he's got a soy ginger salmon.
Oh my God.
And then when he does his porchetta or his pork chops, he knows how to cook a pork chop. He kills it.
Obviously, you can tell I didn't like the pork chop.
Apparently not.
I definitely passed on the veggies. I went straight for the pork chop. This happens at my own house. Okay, what do you want from me? Nobody's perfect. Let me ask you this question because I think it's one that a lot of people don't think about. But like, how do you feel you serve your community here in Placentia by having this business?
We kind of refer to it as like we're a neighborhood bar. We're a family bar.
Yes.
We don't we're very lucky to not have a lot of the stuff that's like notorious with bars and stuff like that. We do serve just beer and wine. So we're beer and wine. We have a focus on seltzers and ciders too for the people that don't drink beer. But I think just our stronghold in community, we don't really advertise. We use sponsoring mostly the high school sports. It extends beyond the high school sports now. It's like the song and anything else going on in the high schools, but the 4 local high schools is what we use to kind of as our advertising by supporting their programs. And
awesome.
that kind of makes us a stronghold in the community. I think that's huge. I think you see in other states in the Midwest and stuff, you have your neighborhood bar. I think that's kind of gone away around here a little bit, but we kind of want to keep that going.
No, you do, and I think it's a testament to what you've been doing is because to Dave, in shooting this, I noticed on the inside, you have like 4 teacher retirement parties going on in the bar. No one's getting smashed. Everyone's having good food, having a drink, enjoying themselves. You got all the TVs, you have game nights some nights, right? Tell us about that.
So we have trivia every Thursday.
Okay.
It's team trivia. There's currently no limit on the number of players on your team.
Nice.
The prizes are a percentage off your tab. It fills this place every Thursday. it's just a great fun time. We have a great host, Doug from Play Pop Quiz, who does it. And it just kills it. And that's going on. It's going on its 11th year here.
That's awesome. So my wife and I came in on a whim one night. It was Thursday. We came for food. We ordered to go, and we walk in, and we hear all this craziness going on, and it was game night.
Yeah.
We sat down, and a couple let us kind of jump in on their game with them, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about your spot, is that it does feel like just your local home bar / kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
So you're getting a little bit of best of both worlds, essentially. So let me ask you this, Jim. What's one thing you want people to know that they don't know about Kelly's?
That it's a very tight-knit group that works here. There's a lot of effort put in by everybody. There's a lot of not just pride of ownership, but pride of working here, pride of what they do, especially in the kitchen.
I'm going to stop you and say pride of service, because your team is great when it comes to service.
So, and they know that they're known, and I mean, you have people like Julie, who's been here since I was probably in high school. Julie came with the bar as the joke. And no, I think I've been very lucky in my hiring and the people I've brought in, and to have people that have that pride and have those long tenures is huge.
Yeah. No, that's a big deal. The cool thing about Julie is she was actually here when we did our first episode. You didn't know about this. But when we did it right at COVID, we tried the Yorba Linda chicken sandwich, the burger, and today she was kind enough to say, hey, I remember you guys. So that was awesome. You're not kidding. It's actually her bar. You work for her is kind of what it sounds like. So rolling with the theme of, it's a family bar, local hangout, for you, was that what you originally strive to create here at Kelly's, or did that just kind of morph and have its own
No, I think that was the goal. I think my background being at Lamppost, and if you remember Lamppost back in the day, Lamppost was right across the street from the Little League fields. You always had the high school football teams there after the games on Fridays, Pop Warners on Saturday. So I think that was kind of instilled into me from Dominic Petrosi, and then I kind of carried that over whether I meant to do it or not. I think it's just instilled in me, and that's being a big part of the schools and being a big part of the community has been a very good thing. I think we've become a bigger part of the community than I've really thought at the time, 17 years ago, 16 years ago.
Well, I think we all think that, right? We're not as big as we really are, when the truth is, man, a lot of people know you, a lot of people love you. They show you that in their support. I know that just from outside associations, from what we do. And so, plenty of people have told us, have you had Kelly's on your show? Well, obviously you don't watch our show, because yes, we've had them on. This is our second time. Watch the damn show.
Thanks for coming back.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. For people that otherwise wouldn't know of your existence, what would be a good reason, other than beer, other than the multiple television screens, the game nights, all the fun stuff you do, what would be something that would kind of resonate with someone to say, hey, I want to drive to Placentia, I want to try this place out?
Yeah, well, if they're in the area, I mean, that's kind of what we do, though, is the beer and the food and the TVs and stuff like that. Our food is very good. By rotating our beer list, you're never going to get bored and have the same thing on for 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row. We have 37 handles, 17 of which are our mainstays, your Bud Lights, your Coors Lights, stuff like that. Or beers that have earned their handles, and the rest there's so much going on in the beer world right now that it'd be dumb not to rotate them and bring in new stuff all the time.
So riddle me this. I notice inside you have a lot of the beer handles upside down mounted. What's the story behind those?
So I saw a bar back in the day do that with them, and when we started rotating, I thought that looked really cool. So we went out and fabricated some pieces with some and started doing it, and I use my mom's garage as storage, and there's over 800 tap handles there.
No way.
470 here, so we could probably cover the whole ceiling, but I don't want the T-bar ceiling to fall down on people in the middle.
I don't blame you. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I saw it at another bar. I thought it was a really cool idea.
Very cool idea. I love the story behind it too. What's one thing that for you is like a treasure, like this? I get this great feeling having this establishment, is there anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pride of ownership. I love what I do. It can get wearing, and just like anything else, I mean, it is another job. But I think how the community responded during COVID, and a lot of personal letters I got, and just the response from the community during COVID. I guess I didn't realize how important we were to people in the area until then. And that was very important. So kind of changed my mindset on not just being here as an entrepreneur, but there's a bigger picture than just running a business and stuff like that. So just trying to be better at it every day. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, I definitely get that. What do you enjoy most about running Kelly's?
The people. I mean, both the people that work for me and then the relationships I've made with customers over the years. To take someone who I had never met before and I go over and serve the table, and 10 years later, you know, they're asking me to go play softball with them, or I'll see them out and we joke around, text, and it's that being instilled in the community now and being a part of the community that just kind of happened over the 16 years, you know.
Definitely. No, I get that from you, Jim, especially when I see you interacting.
I'm gonna have a beer.
Absolutely. It's your place. When I see you interacting with people here, that is one thing that's very eye-opening, because most business owners, not all, but most, they have their team, they do that, you know, I'm above that. Let me go do the back end stuff. Let me work on the business stuff. I see you out here serving beers. I see you out here bringing people their plates, taking people's order, making people feel hospitable. Yep. And that's a true testament to you, your establishment. I want to say that's probably why most people keep coming back. You know, obviously it's not your bubbling personality, right?
Once you get to know me.
Exactly. There's layers to you is what I'm learning.
You can't say it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's give our viewers a little bit more info about you. Where are you guys located? Business hours? What's your Instagram handle?
Okay, so we are located at 907 East Yorba Linda Boulevard in Placentia. We are at Kelly's 92870, 92870 being the zip code of Placentia. That'll be our Instagram, mostly just our Instagram right now. And what else am I missing? Check us out at www.kellys92870.com. We update the menu every day, update the beer list every day, so everything is live. And
Hours of operation.
We don't stay late. Nothing good happens after midnight. So
Very true.
Most nights we are out of here before midnight.
See, there you go. You can come here, have a good time, enjoy some delicious food, a couple beers.
And then it's time for us to go out.
See the man himself, but then they got to shut it down too and go live their life also. So, Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you very much
for the hospitality, for the great food. Anything else you want to let our viewers know that they should know?
Just, if you're buying or selling a house, call Frank here, I guess.
And there's your real estate plug. There you go. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on the show. I love when I get a chance to speak with the owner, operators, the creators behind these amazing establishments. Give Kelly's Tavern a follow on Instagram, Kelly's92870. Hopefully we'll encourage them to create a YouTube channel, a Facebook channel, so you can get them on all the platforms. And if you're not familiar with Placentia, they're right here on Yorba Linda Boulevard in between. What's our two major cross streets?
So the two major cross streets would be Rose and probably Valencia.
There you go. You can't miss them. They are kind of hidden in the back, but it's worth the wait and it's worth finding them because you're gonna have some delicious food. So real estate, let's talk the 3 biggest tips for making your offer. Now you're in the market, you're buying a home for the first time, you see the home that you love, now you wanna make an offer. What do? It's more than just putting numbers on a page. The first thing, the best tip you could do is lean on your real estate agent to give you the data and the information of the local market you're searching, of the home, so you can know the ins and the outs, what the value is. In some cases, the home might be up for sale for a lot higher than what the value is worth. There's certain nuances and intricacies of a neighborhood that a professional can tell you this is why this is taking place. So this way you're not making an offer feeling like, oh my God, I'm really overspending. So that's number 1, lean on your real estate professional. Number 2, know your numbers. This goes aside from knowing market numbers, but with your lender, you want to be 100% up to date on what you qualify for, what that mortgage payment's gonna be, what your taxes are, what your insurance is, what your closing costs is, every item that you're gonna have to be pulling out of your pocket to make this deal happen, know those numbers. I don't mean what you qualify for in a whole, but let's say you qualify for $1 million, but the home you look at is gonna be the offer you're gonna be making is $1,075,000. You wanna know at $1,075,000, what do those numbers look like? Know your numbers. And then the last one, of course, is make sure your agent negotiates. I am so tired of these agents being order takers. All they're doing is just putting numbers on a page and then saying, okay, here's our offer, let's see what happens. Find out more. Make sure your agent knows how to negotiate. Why are the people selling? What's more important? Is it price? Is it terms? Is it time frame? Right? Do they have kids in the area? Is there anything you can lean on to make sure your offer is advantageous for them to accept over everyone else's? Those are the 3 tips I would use. Obviously, the 4th one's a bonus one. Call your boy, because I'm here to help you with your real estate needs. Take care. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed this show and you want to see more great foodie spots and learn some tips about real estate, hit the subscribe button below, smash that bell, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.